Hello, West Virginia educators. Tom Gant here with Amplify Science. I'm here to show you today what comes in our K-5 curriculum bins for Amplify Science. So what you see here is an example of one of our curriculum bins for grade 4 energy conversions unit. Keep in mind, there is a bin for every unit. So if you're a kinder, first, or second grade teacher, we have 3 units. So you would have 3 bins. If you are a third, fourth, or fifth grade teacher, you would have 4 bins of curriculum materials. Each bin might come with additional boxes depending on the unit. Some of our units have additional boxes, such in kindergarten, where students are pinball machine engineers. There's extra boxes with all those pre-cut cardboard boxes so students can engage in those processes. So you will see additional resources come with the program, but these are the main bins that will come for each grade level and each unit. So let's unpack one and see what's inside. So the bins are very durable. So what's nice is that when you're done with teaching this unit, you put everything away and you stack it over in the corner or in a closet or wherever you would like. Some teachers have actually covered it with a tablecloth and made it another little station in their classroom. So when I open this bin up, you're going to find a material list. This is a great checklist to see what's in here, but also when you want to put things away. Let's say this checklist goes missing, my material list, no problem. In the digital teacher account, as well as in the print teacher guide, this full list exists, so you can also have that resource reprinted out or make a copy of it so when you restock your bin. So the first thing I'm going to pull out is our student investigation notebook. This is a consumable item. There's one for each unit. This is the teacher copy that comes in the bin. So that way you can see all the graphic organizers, all the pages that students are going to be working in. Keep in mind, in our digital environment, this exists as a copy in a PDF form for teachers to print out on demand. And also if students are working into one-to-one environments, the pages in here would be alive on their screen with interactive digital tools. You can work in a print approach or in a digital approach or a blended model using both. So I'm gonna put that to the side. And now I'm gonna find my unit question. So for this unit, how does the electrical system work? With each one of our units, students take on a phenomena-based approach to learning. We call it a problem-based deep dive. So I have an example here on my banner. Students can be a planetary geologist in one unit. Up here on my screen in grade 5, this is one of our engineering focal units where students are water resource engineers trying to figure out why one part of an island has more water than the other and the shortages that come from that. In this energy conversions unit, students are electrical engineers trying to figure out why the community, the town, is having blackouts. And so we have our driving unit question that's provided for you, all of our chapter questions, but not only the chapter questions, we have the key concepts that are going to be addressed. So these things will get populated on your wall over time, over the course of the unit. We include vocabulary cards. And what's nice is these vocabulary cards are on heavy cardstock. Everything's on heavy cardstock. So it doesn't have to be laminated, but it's ready to go. But let's say something happens to my engineering. My word goes missing. No problem. You don't have to get a whole new curriculum bin from Amplify. In the teacher platform, the digital platform I mentioned before, you can print out any of these resources or make extra copies, such as maybe the visual vocabulary cards. Maybe you want to make extra copies so students have more. You can do that as well. So that all comes in the top box of the bin, which I'm going to take out. And then there's this middle section right here. This middle section contains 96 books. 96 books, which is amazing for our literacy rich part of teaching science. And so we want students to engage in gathering evidence from text. So in those 96, it's divided into 5 unique titles. So there's 5 unique titles with every unit, and students are going to work through the different parts of the unit using different parts of these texts. And so since there's 96, that means it's a class size designed for a class size of 36 students. Where do I get those numbers? Well, I have 5 titles. There's 18 copies of each, which makes 96. 18 copies means a partnered reading approach for a class size of up to 36. At Amplify, we believe in a partnered reading approach when working with science text. It helps students, you can partner them up with our guided strategies to get the most effective way to teach scientific literacy. Now, of course, if you want every student to have a copy in front of them, you can always order more copies, or they can open the digital flip book on their device, if you have devices, computers, or iPads or Chromebooks, and they can watch and read the text there as well, with the audio feature where it reads to the student. So our interactive digital experience does have those tools, but nothing better than having those physical readers right in the student's hands. Now, in every unit, one of the books is called a reference book. So you'll notice one is a little bit different. It says reference book down here in the bottom. And so we actually teach those reading strategies to gather more evidence from text and use it in a reference book. You know, students are so used to asking Siri, Alexa, their teacher for the answers, Google. Well, instead, a teacher will direct students to the table of contents. And let's say I'm trying to figure out electrical devices or maybe thermal energy. Thermal energy appears on page 11. Students will go to page 11 and 12 and read that information and use it as part of the process of gathering that evidence. So the texts are included right here in the middle. Keep it to that class size of 36. We also have the hands-on manipulatives designed for groups of 2 to 4, not huge groups. So if you have smaller than class size of 36, you can have even smaller groups of 2 for every investigation. So for instance, in here, we have all the wires with the alligator clips that they're going to connect to solar panels. How cool is that? They're going to get to go outside, and then these solar panels are going to make things like these motors. There's so much stuff in here. These motors with these fans to start working. So they're trying to figure out the electrical systems and how they might work or how they might fail. So all these resources are in here makes it really easy for teachers to engage students in the science practices. Now, the goal of Amplify is a multi-layered approach, a multimodal approach of instruction. The Lawrence Hall of Science, who created our program, deems this the do, talk, read, write, visualize process. So do means hands-on. Students are going to engage with these hands-on materials. Talk, scientific discourse. So we provide 8 different discourse routines so kids will talk about the investigations they did. Do, talk, read. They're going to read and gather evidence from the amazing text. Write. They're going to write their findings in their investigation notebook or in the digital version of it. And then visualization. Visualization can come from where students are visualizing themselves. In one of our lower grade levels, students actually vibrate like molecules and move to one area to the other, modeling out that. But also in our digital environment, there's digital modeling tools and simulations that bring it all to life. So this curriculum bin is a major important part of that process. It's designed to make students really love learning science and also make life easy for teachers. Thank you so much for your time. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us.